everyone, Mitch coming in from the Commander's Core studio. Welcome to the show. So on today's episode, I've got a fiery hot episode for you because this is the episode where I talk about the hottest new commanders taking over the format right now. Let's jump into them. And as a reminder, there is a link in the description below to the list of these commanders, including, well, Fire Lord Azula. Yeah, this is a commander that so many players are playing right now. In fact, according to EDA Track, the number is, 8,328 players out there building around this one. Number one right now from the entire set, a 4/4 Human Noble 4/4 mana in Grixis, Firebending 2, which means when this creature attacks, add red. This mana lasts until end of combat. Whenever you cast a spell while Fire Lord Azula is attacking, copy that spell, do 2 targets for the copy. Yeah, this is a very, very, very powerful commander. This is a commander that says, hey, while I am attacking, well, first of all, when I do attack, you get free mana, which who doesn't love free mana? But of course, after that, while I'm attacking, if you're casting any spell at all, you copy it. Now, obviously, kind of best case scenario is, I've got Vidalcan Ori and I can cast whatever I want. But of course, yeah, there are creatures that do have flash, so you can just get creatures during that too. Outside of creatures, other cards as well. But at the very least, just instants. Just doubling up on your instants in combat, that is insane. So again, not only do you get free mana, which is lovely, you get free spells. And of course, there's ways to take advantage of copies of spells to copy those even further. And of course, extra combat's come into play too. Yeah, there's a lot of incredibly powerful things that you can do with this commander, so there's no reason why, well, it didn't become so popular so fast. Fire Lord Azula, number one right now, 8,328 decks to its name. Moving on, let's metal bend with Toph, the first metal bender, a 3/3 human warrior ally for 4 mana and Naya. Non-token artifacts you control are lands and other types. That is, first of all, incredibly broken. Let's keep going, though. Beginning of your end step, Earthbend 2, which means that target land you control becomes a 0/0 creature with haste. That's still a land. Put 2 counters on it. When it dies or is exiled, return to the battlefield tapped. Here's the thing with this one. Well, first of all, there are certain, gross, disgusting, amazing combos that you can do with this. Mindslaver, anyone? Yeah, that is absolutely gross. But of course, on top of that, combos, yes. But on top of that, making it so that your non-token artifacts are also lands means that you get a lot of extra mana, essentially, when you do certain things with them, like, going like, hey, I've got like an untap all my lands kind of spell. Yeah, those things do exist. You've got some untapped land effects, essentially. They don't gain the ability to tap for mana, but of course your mana rocks already have that, and you've got other ways that you could untap them now. On top of that, of course, the combo factor. On top of that, end step, just get lands. Oh, yeah. It is a very, very powerful commander. One that is very, 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 very focused on winning the game and dominating. And if you see a Mindslaver on the field, just absolutely run away. Run away! And of course, mana doublers, mana triplers, all those things that help with mana. Yeah, there's so many things that you can do with this one. There's a reason why it is so popular right now. 8,081 decks to its name, good enough for second place. Next up, third place, we've got Avatar Aang with 4,062 decks to its name, a 4/4 human avatar ally for 4 mana, every color but black, flying, fire, bending for 2. Whenever you waterbend, earthbend, firebend, or airbend, draw a card. Then if you've done all 4 this turn, transform Avatar Aang. Here's the thing, though, or you just go get, like, Moon Mist, and then you just go, okay, I cast Moon Mist. Yep, cool, it transforms my human. Not a werewolf, but it transforms it. So yeah, there's some cheat codes with this one, obviously, to transform it even easier. And when you do, disgusting, amazing, so incredibly powerful. Aang, Master of Elements, a 6/6 avatar ally with flying. Spells you cast cost Wooburg, less to cast. Beginning of each upkeep, you may transform Aang, Master of Elements. If you do, you gain 4 life, draw 4 cards. Put 4 counters on him, and he deals 4 damage to each opponent. This is disgusting. This is amazing. Again, so easy to actually flip it. Just go all of a sudden, just go, get, the Moon Mist, with a tutor. Because, again, you think that you're only in 4 colors, but actually, because on the backside, it is a Wooburg commander, you're in all 5 colors. So, essentially, you've got all the best tutors as well. So, go get that Moon Mist, flip it over to this side, and then all of a sudden, you're like, oh, yeah, all my spells cost basically nothing. Yeah, essentially, just generic mana, which I probably have some generic mana reducers as well. Yeah, this can get a bit combo-y, can get a bit stormy at the end of it, essentially, because, again, You tutor for the Moon Mist, and you're like, okay, cool, my spells are basically free. Free. I win the game. That is essentially what you can do with this. But it doesn't have to go in that direction. It can just be a big fun spells. You don't have to utilize Moon Mist, but yeah, if you're really trying to dominate the game, Moon Mist plus Aang equals I win. Moving on, Fire Lord Zuko, a 2/4 human noble ally for 3 mana in Mardu. Firebending X for X is Fire Lord Zuko's power. Whenever it's going to be attacking you at X mana in red, it lasts until end of combat. Again, so this one, like, our previous Fire Lord, well, it is a bit nice in combat to have when you attack, especially because this one is going to give you at the very least 2, and most likely many more manas than that. On top of that, whenever you cast a spell from exile, and whenever a permanent you control enters from exile, get a counter on each creature you control. Yeah, you can do that a lot. Again, Impulse Draw is definitely a thing in red, playing off the top of your library in some ways. Essentially, so just being able to go, yeah, okay, I play these spells. You know, other kind of mechanics do that as well. But being able to just go, yeah, I play these spells from exile, and all of a sudden, counters on all my things, and the more counters I get on my things, the more powerful this becomes, and all of a sudden I am, well, just flushed with red mana during combat, and being able to utilize that again for activated abilities, being able to utilize that for instants, for cards with flash, etc., etc., etc. You have so many ways to dominate the game. The more power you have, the more mana you have, and who doesn't love mana and power? Next up, 5th place, 3,076 decks to its name, Iroh Grand Lotus, a 5/5 human noble ally with Firebending 2 for 6 mana in Teamer. Firebending 2 again. You're seeming a theme right now with the popular commanders from this. It's like, oh yeah, hey, do you want free mana? Cool. Yeah, free mana. That's nice. All right, free mana. Awesome. Anyways, during your turn, each non-lesson instant source card in your graveyard has flashback. The flashback costs you as mana cost. Well, that's gross. Again, very gross. And on top of that, during your turn, each lesson card in your graveyard has flashback 1. So yes, lessons are good with this, and also non-lessons are good with this as well. Again, having non-lesson instant source cards in your graveyard, be able to flash them back, that is gross. You're like, yeah, I cast this incredibly powerful spell. You know what, I just feel like doing it again, so let's just do it again. Cool, yeah. Extra turn spells are gross with this. The ones that don't exile themselves. Giant theft spells are good with this. Like game-ending spells. Oh, yeah, okay, cool, all right. You know what, I like that again. Extra combat spells are insane with this. There are so many crazy good things that are good with this just to go, yeah, you know what, I'd like to cast that one again. Cool. And of course, any lessons that you do have are just super cheap out of your graveyard. I mean, just 1 mana for it. Like, okay, cool, yeah, just that's 1 mana, that's 1 mana, that's 1 mana. There are so many things you can save mana on, and also so many things you can dominate with. A commander that just gives you an absurd amount of value. Iroh Grand Lotus, definitely deserving of 5th place. 3,076 decks to its name. Next up, 6th place, 2,175 decks to its name, Sokka Tenacious Tactician, if I could talk. A 3/3 human warrior ally for 4 mana. It says Menace and Prowess. Lovely, so it's hard to block, and also, well, hey, every single time you cast a non-creature spell, you pump this commander. Other allies you control have Menace and Prowess, so that's nice. And on top of that, whenever you cast a non-creature spell, make a 1/1 ally. I mean, my goodness, the amount of value you get out of this commander, this Jeskai commander, is insane. When you're casting non-creature spells, you are making an army. That, again, benefits whenever you cast non-creature spells. Do you see where this is going, basically? I mean, you just have, essentially, a commander that just gives you the army, gives you the way to essentially go, hey, you know what? Let's swing, let's get through, and also, let's pump them. So yeah, this is a commander that can just really take advantage of course, all the ally synergies that you have out there. Get all those ally cards in Jeskai, chuck them in this deck, and just get so much value out of allies entering the battlefield, leaving the battlefield, doing all the things attacking. You can do so many exciting things with this one. This is one where, well, the amount of value you get and the amount of aggression you can have with it is crazy. A very high threshold commander. Pick it up. Moving on, Katara the Fearless, a 3/3 human warrior ally, 7th place, 1,965 decks to its name. 3 mana in band. If a triggered ability of an ally control triggers, that ability triggers at additional time. Ally Monicon? Ally Harmonicon? Yeah, let's just go with that. I don't know. Anyways, this is the kind of, commander that basically does have the kind of templated version of, hey, when this happens, double it. And yes, those commanders do tend to become pretty popular because, well, if there was a need for that, then cool. You just take all those ally cards that have all those amazing triggers and you're like, okay, I'll double those up. Yeah, that is a very effective strategy, obviously, to go, hey, you know what? Take all these ally cards that work really well in tandem together already and say, you know what? Let's double up their effectiveness. All of a sudden, instead of getting one trigger, I'm getting two. So basically, all the allies in Bant, take them, chuck them into a deck around this one, and it can be a pretty effective commander. And of course, you got other ways to double up triggers, other ways to get triggers more than once in a turn, essentially. Again, if they're like ETB triggers, like blinking them, etc., etc., etc. There are so many ways to take advantage of this commander. Pick it up. Next up, Ozai the Phoenix King, a 7/7 human noble for, well, 6 mana in Rakdos, 8th place, 1,841 next to its name. Trample, firebending 4 in haste. My goodness. If you lose unspent mana, the mana comes red instead. Ozai is flying and indestructible as long as you have 6 or more unspent mana. Gross, amazing, disgusting. Oh my goodness. Yeah, this is a commander that, again, is an absolute house itself. Again, a 7/7 Trampler with haste that also just gives you 4 free mana on attack. On top of that, it's flying and indestructible if you've got 6 more unspent mana, which is super easy to get to. My goodness. So yeah, just basically kind of like, well, you know, Omnath, but yeah, a different version of Omnath. Original green Omnath is what I'm talking about. But yeah, it is basically a way to just kind of store up your mana. It is a mana bank that punches your opponents in the face very hard and keeps giving you more mana. It is really hard to deal with. So yeah, this is basically a commander that can really benefit from repeat mana generation effects, ways to essentially get a ton of mana and just like, oh yeah, just mana, okay, cool. It's just like there. Normally I would lose it, but I'm not losing. I'm just keeping it around. And then big, disgusting, amazing, yeah, just spells that can just, well, just demolish your opponents like exsanguinate kind of thing. So yeah, have fun with this commander. It is an absolute blast. And of course, again, it's already a 3-shot KO, but of course, it can become a 2-shot KO very easily with any kind of a double strike effect. And yeah, a 1-shot KO with a double strike effect and a +4 effect. You're going to have a good time with it. And of course, extra combat works really well with it too. You're going to have a good time with it. 8th place, 1,841 decks. Next up, Aang at the Crossroads, a 3/3 human avatar ally with flying for 5 mana in Bant. When it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library and put a creature card with mana value 4 or less from them on the battlefield with the rest of them your library in a random order. Whenever another creature you control leaves the battlefield, transform Aang at the beginning of the next end step. So this is one where you're like, hey, you know what? Well, I'm in Bant. That's awesome, okay? First of all, I've got two ways. I mean, 2 colors, I should say. They're typically very good at blinking. Again, blue and white. So I can really utilize that ETB when I want to. And being able to get, a card right onto the battlefield. Again, a creature card mana value 4 or less right on the battlefield. That is a ton of value. On top of that, it's super easy to just say another creature leaves the battlefield. Of course, if you have any kind of sacrifice effects, there's not that many in this color combination, but there are some, of course. If you've got any kind of, again, blink effects, we already talked about those. You're just like, yeah, I'll just blink another one of my creatures so I can go like, oh yeah, let's flip this over. You can do so, and when you do, well, you can see why this is the 9th place commander right now. 1,156 decks to its name. 4/4 avatar ally with flying land, creature control, vigilance. At the beginning of combat turn, earthbend 2. Yeah, again, you can go in a different direction with this one where you really focus on land creatures too, which can be so much fun because land creatures, again, there are kind of like disparate elements of land creatures everywhere in Magic for the vast majority of, more recent years, essentially. And all of a sudden, you're like, you know what? Let's have a commander that can just combine all those things that can really focus on them. And you know what? Keep making more and more and more land creatures for fun. I mean, it's a good, interesting combination, but here's the thing. You don't have to go on the backside at all this one. You can just stay on the front side and just go, okay, blink, a blink, a blink, a blink. Maybe even clone. You can just keep cloning this again and again and again. You can do some very crazy things with this one where you can just really take advantage of that ETB. So you can go in a lot of different directions with this one. Just have an absolute blast. Check it out. And finally, Bumi Unleashed. 10th place, 936 decks to its name. A 5/4 human noble ally with trample for 5 mana in Gruul. When it enters, earthbend 4. So again, being able to say, hey, you know what, land? You're now a creature. Cool, alright, have fun. Whenever a Bumi deals combination to a player, untap all lands you control after this phase. There's a combat phase. Only land creatures can attack during this combat phase. I mean, being able to just, get your mana back, number 1, can be amazing. Just going, okay, first main phase, tap a bunch of mana, do a lot of cool things with it. Great. But then, of course, second main, just going like, oh yeah, I dealt combat damage with Bumi, so I untapped all my lands, and I get, all my mana again. Awesome. I mean, yes, you can just go like, I'm attacking all my lands. Absolutely. And that is so much fun to, again, go heavy into lands that can attack, go into those creature lands, go into things that say, you know what, my lands are more powerful now as well, and they're going to be swinging again. and again and again. Also having some combat damage tricks as well, some combat damage triggers. You can do a lot of exciting things with this one. At the very least, it's just like, hey, do you want like your mana back again? Cool. All right. Maybe you got some ways to like untap Bumi too. Yeah. And then like, you know, do more combats as well. I mean, not with the actual Bumi trigger, obviously, unless you can turn Bumi into a land, which can be quite fun too. But being able to just attack again with Bumi and then untap again, you can do some absolutely crazy, amazing things with this one. Check it out. And with that, this episode is coming to a close. Make sure you comment below with your thoughts on it. And of course, as always, thanks again and have a good one. This show and episodes like this one are possible thanks to viewers like you. If you're looking for an easy way to help support this show, make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Also, hit that bell notification icon so you don't miss any new episodes. You can also go check out our playmats and other merchandise at thecommandersquarters.com. Another easy way to support this show is with our TCG player affiliate links. So whether you're buying a deck or individual cards, you can use this general link right here or one in the description. And the final way that you can support this show is by supporting us directly by becoming a patron. There are many benefits to being a patron, and I truly couldn't do this without all of their support.